Welcome to the Men of Honor podcast. My name is Curry, your host, and today we're going to be talking about fitness. And I think as an entrepreneur, doing your business, having a family, it can be a challenge actually to make time for yourself where you have to look after yourself. And it's so important. And I've discovered this quite recently. I've put on loads of weight way before COVID, and it's something that I've been struggling with for a long period of time and I've spoken about on this podcast. And a lot of it, again, it's me escaping using food, escaping trauma and stuff like that. So it's things that I've been dealing with. And this podcast, I got a guest, I got Edu, who inspired me when I was watching some of the stuff he was posting on Facebook. He transformed his body and he had an incredible physique, and he even took professional photos, and he looked like a Mr. Olympia. So it was absolutely incredible. And the crazy thing about it, and what makes it even more amazing, is the fact that he lives outside of London. So he had to commute into London. I think, how long was it that you commuted?
It was about 4 hours a day, 2 hours each journey.
That's right. So he had 4 hours of travel, and then plus work, and then plus being a husband and a father. So you can imagine that's quite a challenge in terms of then also fitting your fitness in as well. So absolutely amazing. And this is exactly what most entrepreneurs go. And I myself have used being busy as a reason not to look after myself, but that business can only succeed if you have a healthy body. So Eddie's going to give us, just give us a bit more about yourself. Just introduce yourself and like what led you through this journey,
Hey, Curry, thanks for having me here. I think it's a pleasure to share the knowledge, my journey, and how I achieved that. And I think it's very important, like for every entrepreneur to have, to have this commitment with themselves, like I had with myself. And I understood that throughout this journey, like if I really want to succeed and if I really want to get what I want to get, I couldn't depend on others. So the best way to start achieving and having results was to push myself to get the first results. And then I knew that I would get motivated, because a lot of people, they think, oh, I need to feel motivated to get the results. But it's all the other way around. So once you start getting results, then you're gonna get motivated. You can watch a video for like 5 minutes and then you feel like pumped up, and then you don't know what to do next. Next 5 minutes you are demotivated. So, but when you start getting results, that you drive you to anything you want to get it. And then when I got that concept, I was like, man, I need to change this Fiat Panda into a Ferrari. So let's start from me, And then I failed so many times. I've been trying for years. But I hit that point that I was like, my wife was expecting something. I looked at my son. I was like, you know what? I've been looking at my son. I saw my son growing up horizontally, just because like I was getting at home between 9 p.m. every evening. So for me, I was like, I need to change the situation. But I had to start from me.
Horizontally, as in you come home and find them already
sleeping. That's right. Yeah.
And that's so pivotal as well, that I think we're going to cover your other journey, which is entrepreneurship, on another episode that we're going to record. But the fact that those things were your driving force, it's usually the same for every entrepreneur. So like for me, I want to be an example to my children in terms of fitness. I want to be like an attractive husband for my wife. So I have all this in the background in terms of the driving force, but somebody else is going to turn around, and I'm turning around and saying the same thing. Like, what kept you motivated? Because, I've been to the gym sometimes, and then over a period, I just sort of go back into the normal behaviors. But with you already almost on a back foot, because you already got a challenge to go into work and everything else, but then adding that on and then staying committed. What was the thing that kept you committed and staying on with the gym and your fitness?
Well, I think that it comes to the point like where people want to see results, whatever you're doing in life, because sometimes like you tell people you're doing this, you're doing that, but people actually don't see results. And I've been trying for 10 years, probably more than 10 years. I was just going to the gym and like people, I think people would laugh at me when I was saying, "Oh, I've been to the gym." Well, okay, doing what? Watching TV because I couldn't see any results. And then I think the driving point was when I was looking at the mirror. I was like, I've been trying this for so many times. I need to get this right. And then I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get somebody that can actually give me all the codes. Let's say, that I can actually put into practice and get the results. So I've tried different personal trainers and all that until I found a guy. He said, look, if I don't want to work with you, I'm gonna say straight, I don't want to work with you because like you said that you tried so many times and you never got any results. The thing is, you can blame other people for the results you're not getting, but at the moment you say, look, I'm up to it and I'm gonna make it happen, I'm just gonna be the person that's just gonna push you. I'm gonna lead you. I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna give you all the tools and the knowledge do you need, but it depends on you. Like you can pay me £1,000, and if you don't deliver results, for me it doesn't make any sense because I won't get any other clients with the results, even though you pay me £1,000. Right. So I was like, you know what? I think I want to work with this guy.
I think it's actually quite key what you're talking about because I did a episode. I don't remember. I usually make titles for these podcast and then I completely forget. So sometimes somebody sends me a message on Instagram and says, oh, by the way, you said this on this podcast episode, and I have to really think which episode was it. And sometimes they will say they will have to guide me. But on one of the episodes, I spoke about mentorship and how important it is. I think a lot of men, especially, they feel like they know better and they feel like they shouldn't get any more training from anybody else. But at the same time, I discovered this pretty early, which was an advantage, is that I played a lot of sport and I played sport at a really high level. And every time that I felt like I knew what I was doing, I would fail. Mm-hmm. And the time when I humbled myself and then took coaching, I would excel. And this has been a common theme within my life. And when you now look at famous, great people in sports, so like if you think of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these like legends of sport, there was somebody who stood with them and gave them a strategy and a tactic and movement, body placement, everything. They've given them a method of doing that thing to make them great. So what you said about getting somebody to show you is probably the key thing. And exactly, I'm now doing that as well. So I joined the MMA gym where I'm getting instruction, and hopefully now that's my method of now gaining my own success like you have yourself. But again, mentorship is probably the main piece in terms of consistency. So what else in terms of the other one that I was going to ask is the diet. Like, how did you keep that consistency? What was your strategy when it comes to your nutrition and stuff like that?
Just going back a little bit about mentorship is like sometimes we as a man we screw things up so badly because we think we know everything, and then we just go, okay, we can find that on YouTube, but the thing in reality is like when you start practicing, that's why making a public commitment and having somebody just to guide you, like somebody that every week or every month will give you a call, keep you on track. I think this is very important, even though like people that they don't have money to pay, but if they have like somebody else that can make a commitment. It was funny enough because after my results, a lot of people, at my workplace, they start saying, oh, can you coach me? Can you coach me? And then I gave a simple strategy for one of the girls that asked me for this strategy. And I said, you know what, you can do it yourself. Just give £500 to your best friend and say, look, I'm committed to lose whatever weight you want to lose by this date. And if you don't lose that amount of weight, you just lose your money. And she was like, 500 quid. I was like, it's up to you. You have to put your skin on the game. And then you start getting motivated. If 500 pounds motivates you to get it back, for sure you're going to do it. Ask her to give you a call every single week, every Monday. Do you still want to get your 500 pounds back? How many weight have you lost this week? And that's going to drive you to get the results. It's simple, but it works.
Actually, do you know what? I was reading a book Atomic Habits, and they had the similar strategy, and I thought that is absolutely amazing. And I think it would work, especially for me, because I like to count my pennies, like so like even like if I pick up a penny,
Uh,
I value a penny because it's money, and we've got this box that we put money for holiday and stuff.
mhm.
So we tend to put all our coins inside. So I can imagine taking that box right now and then giving it to my daughter and say, if I don't lose weight, or my wife, because sometimes my wife she eyes it up and says, oh, I'd like to spend that for this or this and that and the other.
Mm.
They say, no, that's money for whatever. So that's a good strategy. I think. Sorry.
It is, yeah,
I think
actually
it's
it needs to
something,
be, it needs to be an amount that is gonna, you're gonna feel pain if you lose that.
That's right.
Like if you say, okay, I'll give 50 quid, that's not gonna drive you. That's
That's right.
not strong enough for you to get it back. But if you say
500.
like 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds, it's
Oh
still
my
your
goodness.
money.
It
All
is.
you have to do is to get it back. It's still
Yeah.
yours, and especially like if you want to do it outside of your house.
That's right.
Because like if you lose, then you say, okay, at least it's still with my wife. So you're gonna try to control how she's gonna spend it. But if you do outside of your house,
right.
like with, I don't know, a cousin or somebody else, and then it's up to you. If you get it back, it's yours. Otherwise, you're just gonna give it for free, man. So,
That's right.
but you see at least that you have, you're gonna find out that you are capable of doing that. You are capable of achieving what you want to do. It's just like you found a pain point where you say like, this is my money, I need to get it back. That's all.
That's right. And I think that's you feel the nail on the head. Then I think it's what Tony Robbins says. You have your why. Like, this is the reason why I'm doing it. I think this is my struggle. Has been my struggle mainly. That I would say I want to lose weight, so I would have this goal, and then I would say I want to maybe have a six pack or whatever. I think I'm over having a six pack because it's not a thing for me. I used to want to have six pack because I wanted to attract girls, but I'm over that. Now I just want to live healthy so I can keep up with my kids and be able to be a better entrepreneur kind of thing. So in terms of that, it's my idea of what I want, but I don't have that must like driving force to actually do it. And this is where I think you've been talking about, and it's giving me a little bit to think about in terms of that like part of that fuel for that driving force. It's like a fuel, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Because like some people they move because they want to be motivated, but motivated is, I think Mel Robbins, she says, very clear, it's rubbish. It doesn't work. Because if you watch a video, you feel motivated, but what's next? For how long you're gonna be watching videos? So entire day, entire week, entire year.
Yeah.
So you need to find like, once you get to the point and you look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, I need to change. That's enough, man. That's bad enough for you to, because everything depends on you. Right. And you see a lot of people like looking you, they're expecting something from you. Because like when you tell people you're going to the gym, you're doing that, you're building that, and you don't show results, and then you just become like, don't believe him. He's been doing that for 10 years.
You're preaching to the choir. I've got the same thing. I mean, like sometimes I've been training literally because I've been almost married for 10 years. But before I got married, I played rugby and football pretty much twice every week. So I was always training. No, it's not training. I was playing football and rugby. So I was always fit, and I never considered eating properly because I was constantly burning, and I was quite muscular at the same time. So I never considered eating properly. And then over time, when I got married, I just got relaxed, I stopped hanging out with the guys I used to play football with and rugby with. And then because I was not doing that, I started going to the gym, and I could not keep up to the same level of intensity to what I used to. And then over time, I would sort of yo-yo between, I would put on weight and then I would lose it, and then weight and then lose it. And part of it is I really hate going to the gym. I hate being on a treadmill. I hate, it's there's that. But at the same time, I can, like now it's a bit different because I'm now doing MMA, which is a little bit different. And I'm enjoying that more than, I can stay with that for years and years rather than going onto a treadmill, which is
Yeah.
different for other people, I guess. And I mean, what made you actually? That's the next question. What made you feel motivated? I mean, do you love going to the gym? Is it like something that you love? What's the thing that you like about the gym?
No, I don't. I don't like going to the gym. I don't like going to the gym.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you what, once I start getting results, man, my
Yeah.
confidence shoot up the sky.
That's
You
right.
know, like I had confidence in talking to people, and my self-image changed in a way that I couldn't believe. You know, like everything started changing, like all areas of my life, because it started from me. You know, wasn't like from results from outside. And it took me, like it's taking my life to a whole different journey just because it started on fitness. It changed my body, it changed the way I look at myself, because
Mhm.
when I look at myself in the mirror, I was like, if I was able to achieve this, I can achieve anything. And actually, I'm not saying this because I'm looking at myself, because my own coach, he said, I've never had a client like you.
Oh my God, that's
He said,
amazing.
I never had a client like you. He
That's
said,
incredible.
if you could get this result with your own body, man, you can get anything in life. And I was like, sugar, why not? So let's do something else then.
And
You know?
that's something else we're going to talk about on the next episode. I'm really excited about this because this is absolutely incredible. And Edu, if you see some of his pictures on Facebook, absolutely incredible results. He had this professional photo shoot, and he's just looking like this model, men's health model type thing. So it looked absolutely amazing. But you did touch upon something that I think is quite interesting, and for the listeners, in terms of the entrepreneurs, like we talk about living your life by design on Men of Honor, and part of it is also that if you have a partner, um, we talk about sex, we talk about relationships. So I think there's an episode I talked about self-love, and it's massively tied into your self-image.
Mhm.
So if you love yourself, then you move from a place of scarcity in terms of love. You wanting to receive. You move into a point of contribution. What was the reaction of your renewed identity in terms of your relationship? How did that impact your relationship?
That it changed a lot, because like I felt like when I saw when my wife looked at the pictures, she was like, "Oh, he's my husband."
Oh my God.
He's my husband.
Sexy husband.
Yeah, and then it changed, man, because it changed so much. But the result, I think, what drove me, it's actually to see, you know, like my wife saying, "Oh, okay, so now I can see results," and I think she felt protected, because like once people don't see results, onto yourself don't see results, then you'll be, you know, watching videos, you want to get motivated somehow.
Mhm.
But then everything starts from you. You just asked me if I like going to the gym. No, I hate going to the gym. But once I understood that I have to go to the gym to get the results that I want, a lot of people, they don't go to the gym. But I mean, it's up to, you know, people, they choose how they want to live. So if later on, I mean, like you can have a lot of money, then when you get to your 60s, and then you don't have your body to enjoy it. So it's better, like if you put everything online, saying, "Look, I need to get this done." I don't know if you follow Grant Cardone. You know, he had like a massive transformation as well, and he's nearly to 60s now, something like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of conscious entrepreneurs, they understand that they have to do it, because you shoot up your confidence up to the sky. Because entrepreneurs, like, we are in a field where we are solving problems every day.
That's right.
You know, we are solving problems, we are dealing with, you know, some shit every day.
That's right.
And then when you start taking that into your mind, into your body, man, you know, you're not gonna last long. So that's why you build your confidence. You go to the gym, you take action. It starts from you, you know, like,
And it's-
especially I like doing that in the morning. No, I like going to the gym in the morning, but when I take care of myself first in the morning,
Mhm.
you know, I'm ready for the day.
And I think that I did feel that because it's now I think week 4, and I did realize that even though I hate to go into the gym, if I wake up first thing in the morning, it just sets my day. Like even if I like hit it really hard at the gym, instead of feeling tired, it did the opposite. I just felt more energetic, sharp as anything in terms
Yeah.
of your mind. So to be honest with you, I still resent going to the gym. It's like the worst feeling. No, it's not the worst feeling, because I actually, when I leave the gym after showering, I feel great, and you have released chemicals in your head, like, of achievement. So there's a payoff of doing it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's now for a sustained period. So for me to do it consistently, I've moved away more from the gym, because I was going. Sorry, I was beginning to get into those habits of talking my way out of going to the gym, because I get bored. To be honest, my brain is always going 200 miles an hour, and for me to stay in the gym, it was quite repetitive. I was trying to mix up my workouts to keep it interesting, but with the MMA, I'm quite interested, because I'm learning new skills. When you're doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm trying to do this different thing, and it's quite tiring. I mean, within 30 minutes, I'm puffing out even more than I have in the gym.
Yeah.
So it comes down to, like, I think what you're saying, that it's when I start seeing results, I think it will go into other things. So I might actually start enjoying going back to the gym more if I start seeing more and more of the results.
Yeah, I know it's going to the gym is painful. It's a change. You're going through change. But when people they start going to the gyms, and I think this has happened to a lot of people, because people start in a hard way.
That's right.
And this is was the opposite for me, because like when people they go to the gym, they do some crazy stuff. And I've been watching people in the gym, and I was like, sometimes I was like, I wish I could help them, but otherwise, like if I stop to help everybody, I can't finish my training. But the thing is, you have to start easy, because like if you go to the gym and then you do a lot of crazy stuff, you're gonna feel tired next day. So the best way to do is just to reverse engineer the results you want to get and how you're going to get. Because like if you wanna have a sustained training for 12 weeks straight, you can't be doing, like, for instance, you can't be doing HIIT training every single day or every other day, because it takes your body up to 48 hours or 70 hours to recover. So you have to do a less impact kind of sort of cardio, so you can do that every single day. I know it's boring, but when you start getting these some different techniques, you can follow on YouTube, you're gonna find that for free. But it's better, like, our body, it needs like let's say 2,000 calories as a fuel, right?
Yeah.
So there's two ways so you can burn these 2,000 calories. Okay, you can eat less or you can work out harder. It's up to you. If you balance both, you're not gonna feel tired, and then you're gonna get the best results. So if you go to the gym, okay, then you do a HIIT session or a cardio session where you're gonna burn 500 calories, but then you go home and then you eat a piece of bread or something that you take up to 300 calories. 300 calories is gone. So more than half of your workout is there. You just put it in the bin. So when you start getting track of the food that you eat, and then you do a less intensive workout, you're gonna get results very, very quick, because the amount.
So during your journey, were you tracking every single thing
every single thing, man? I knew it was just for 3 months. I was committed to get the results that I wanted in 3 months. So I was doing I can give all this. I can give all the codes. I would say I'm not really talking codes, because I used to be IT programmer, and like any computer, if it doesn't have the right program, it cannot run. Like if you have a Word document and then you have just a software to open a PDF file, you're never gonna get that Word document open until you install the Word document software, so you can get it open and run it and do the things that you want to do. So every time when I talk to people, I was like, I'm gonna give you the code so you can install it and you can use this new software.
I like that.
So it's a matter, like, if you say 3 months, 6 months. First of all, you need to understand that you didn't get all the weight within a week, so you're not gonna lose that within a week, right? It took a few good months.
It would be nice if you just jump and then it
exactly
all just falls off.
But if you track for a week, on the second week, you're gonna see a very good result. You're gonna starve a little bit, but you're not gonna die.
That's
okay,
right.
You're not gonna die. So the first thing is, like, get track of everything you eat, and then you start from there.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes to go with this. So, I mean, what's your closing advice? Like, there's an entrepreneur that's listening to this. What's the words of encouragement that you can give him to get their ass off the chair and
Get the ass-
yeah, and get kicking, because we want you to succeed. And this is
yeah.
part of living your life by design, that if there's going to be some uncomfortable things that we're going to suggest, and if you put it to action, like I'm taking this very seriously, losing weight. My dad is got diabetes and stuff like that, so I'm prone to having that. Potential of heart attack and this sort of stuff. And I really want to transform the world. And there's no way I'm going to do it living the way I used to live before. So,
Mhm.
and I know you entrepreneurs are doing your businesses and you're doing things to change your world in your own personal way. And this is important. And sometimes you might not want to hear this information, but the fact that you're hearing it, well, you've listened up to this point, 25 minutes. I want you to give them an advice, something that you'd, it's a takeaway for today. And
The takeaway for today, I think, is like, if you feel like you need to be motivated, I would find accountability partner. Share what you want to achieve. Give that 500 pounds, $500, or whatever you want to.
yeah,
Feel the pain to see it go.
hopefully
And then-
entrepreneurs 10 grand because you're already making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, so yeah.
At least 500, I would say.
Yeah.
And just say, look, this is what I need to achieve. Make it public. Make it public, because you're gonna find the drive force for you to keep going.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, that's
anyone can achieve it when you find the right strategies and for how long you want to do it. Then yeah, for sure you can do it.
No, it's fantastic. Well, this has been an amazing episode again. We got a good vibe. We actually, this is the second take. We had the first take, and then we sort of lost internet and everything else that was happening. But I knew it was going to be a great one because we had this conversation before on the Men of Honor Facebook group, and it's actually better than the last one. You've read some key stuff that we've spoken about. And if you want to learn more of this information, join the Men of Honor Facebook group. And if you've got any question, I'm going to put our Instagrams where you can go and ask some questions, and then we can try and answer the best we can. If it's something that is important that everybody can benefit from, we will then make another episode talking about that thing, as well as these other things. If you liked this episode and you know somebody who's going to benefit from this, can you please just share this link to this podcast episode? If you like what you're listening to, please put a review on the whatever platform you're watching it on. And also the other thing as well is that when you do put a review, it gives an opportunity for other entrepreneurs to find this podcast. And as well as, if you think this was complete rubbish, please just tell us. We want to know what you're thinking about these podcast episodes. It's vital for us, so we can create content that is of benefit to you guys. So thank you very much for listening, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon.